Welcome to my channel Valuable Rare Coins because, as you know, old is gold. Some of the rarest coins worth big money could be hiding in your hands right now. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and watch till the end. Let's dive in. First, to explore one of the most iconic and visually striking coins ever minted by the United States, the 1776-1976 D bicentennial half dollar. This coin is more than just a piece of metal. It's a celebration of America's 200th birthday, a tribute to liberty, and for those who know what to look for, it can be a high-value collectible that holds a powerful place in numismatic history. Issued to commemorate the bicentennial of American independence, the 1776 to 1976 half dollar was a bold departure from the traditional Kennedy design. While it still features President John F. Kennedy on the obverse, the reverse was specially redesigned for the celebration, showcasing the Independence Hall of Philadelphia, the very site where the Declaration of Independence was signed. This patriotic design is one of the most loved and recognized reverse images in modern coinage, and it instantly captures the spirit of American freedom and pride. Now, the 1976 D half dollar was minted at the Denver Mint, and although millions were produced, not all coins are created equal. What makes this coin especially thrilling for collectors is the presence of rare errors, special varieties, and high-grade specimens that can command enormous premiums. These special features have made the 1976 D bicentennial half dollar a hot item in recent years, especially for those who recognize the incredible value hiding in plain sight. One of the most valuable error types found on the 1976 D half dollar is the double die obverse, where certain elements of the front of the coin, such as the date or the words Liberty and In God We Trust, appear to be lightly duplicated due to a misalignment in the die striking process. When visible under magnification, these double details create an exciting and rare variation that instantly elevates the coin's appeal and market value. If you have a 1776-1976 D half dollar, checking the obverse carefully for any signs of doubling could be your ticket to discovering something very special. Another incredibly collectible error is the off-center strike, where the design of the coin is misaligned and appears shifted to one side. These types of striking errors are not only rare, but they also give each coin a unique appearance that can't be replicated, making them one-of-a-kind collector pieces. The more off-center the strike, while still keeping the date visible, the more desirable the coin becomes to error specialists and high-end collectors, but the list doesn't stop there. Some examples have shown clipped planchets, die cracks, and even striking anomalies on the reverse, especially around the intricate architectural details of Independence Hall. These flaws are not considered damage, they are minting quirks that tell the story of how the coin was made, and collectors love them because they add character, rarity, and historical intrigue to the coin's journey. Condition, as always, is everything when determining a coin's value. Coins that have been carefully preserved and show no signs of wear can receive high grades from professional grading services like PCGS or NGC, which dramatically increases their market price. Look for coins with strong details, original luster, and no signs of scratches or handling, especially those graded MS66 or higher, which are extremely rare and highly prized in the collectors community. What's even more exciting is that some of these bicentennial half dollars were struck on 40% silver planchets, especially in special collector sets, but a few of these silver coins have mistakenly been found among standard circulation issues. Finding one of these silver bicentennial halves in the wild is like winning the coin collector's lottery, and when combined with a mint error or high-grade condition, their value skyrockets. Recent auctions have shown that collectors are now paying serious money for high-end examples of the 1776-1976 D half dollar. Coins with major errors, certified in mint state or better, have been setting new records as demand continues to rise. The unique design, the patriotic significance, and the thrill of error hunting have all made this coin one of the most sought-after pieces in modern American coinage, and the market shows no sign of slowing down. So don't overlook that bicentennial half dollar sitting in your collection, coin jar, or pocket change. Pull it out, Examine it carefully with a magnifier and look closely for signs of doubling, misalignment, die breaks, or even unusual weight or composition. What may seem like just another commemorative coin could in fact be a hidden treasure waiting to be discovered by someone who knows what they're looking at, and here's the moment you've all been waiting for. One extraordinary example of the 1776-1976 D. Kennedy bicentennial half-dollar, featuring a dramatic mint error and graded in superb mint state condition, recently sold at auction for a jaw-dropping $100,000. That's right, a coin struck to celebrate America's past has now become a part of its numismatic future, with values that collectors could only dream of just a few years ago. Second rare coin, a journey into the past as we uncover the secrets and spectacular value behind one of America's most captivating vintage coins, the 1918 United States half-dollar coin. This is no ordinary piece of pocket change. It's a coin that carries the soul of American history, a bold and beautiful design, and for those lucky enough to find one in exceptional condition or with a rare error, a small fortune waiting to be discovered. The 1918 half-dollar features the magnificent Walking Liberty design by Adolph A. Weinman, one of the most beloved and iconic coin designs in U.S. history. Lady Liberty strides forward, draped in the American flag, reaching out toward the rising sun, an image filled with hope, strength, and freedom. This design alone makes the coin a favorite among collectors, but when paired with its age, rarity, and unique errors, the 1918 half-dollar becomes far more than just a collectible. It becomes a prized possession, minted more than a century ago. The 1918 half-dollar came out during a dramatic time in U.S. and world history. The First World War was nearing its end, and America was transitioning into a new era. Coins from this period were heavily used in circulation, and few examples have survived in mint condition. That's one reason why the 1918 half-dollar is so valuable today. Survivability in top grades is low, making high-grade examples extremely desirable and rare. But what really gets collectors excited are the errors and varieties found on certain 1918 half-dollars that add serious value and intrigue. One of the most sought after is the double die obverse, where the date, liberty, or the motto, "In God We Trust," appears with visible doubling under magnification. This rare error was caused during the hubbing process, and when identified, it can instantly multiply the value of your coin. Another highly collectible feature on some 1918 half-dollars is the repunched mint mark, or RPM. A mint mark that was hand-punched more than once into the die at slightly different angles. This results in a clear doubling or shadow effect, especially noticeable on coins from the Denver and San Francisco mints. These small but fascinating details not only tell a story of how coins were made, but also make the 1918 half-dollar an irresistible target for serious error collectors. Collectors should also be on the lookout for die cracks, clipped planchets, and even off-center strikes, all of which can occur during the minting process and turn a standard vintage half-dollar into a numismatic star. These errors may look like imperfections, but in the world of coin collecting, they are prized features that add uniqueness and exclusivity to a coin, especially when found on a century-old piece like the 1918 half-dollar. The condition of the coin, of course, plays a massive role in its market value. A 1918 half-dollar that has been graded MS-65 or higher by PCGS or NGC is incredibly rare. These coins often display full detail in Lady Liberty's flowing gown and the eagle's feathers on the reverse, with brilliant luster and minimal signs of wear. High-grade examples with zero flaws and certified authenticity command huge attention at auctions and among elite collectors looking to complete their Walking Liberty sets. In recent years, there has been a major resurgence in demand for early 20th century half-dollars, especially those with historical significance and strong eye appeal. Auction records have shown that collectors are willing to pay record-breaking amounts for the finest known specimens, and that trend continues to grow. With every passing year, fewer of these high-grade coins remain available, making them even more coveted by those who understand their value and rarity. So, if you've inherited an old coin collection or you've been digging through estate sales, flea markets, or antique shops, make sure you check for the 1918 half-dollar. Look closely for mint marks, check the condition, and always inspect for signs of doubling or striking anomalies. Even a slightly worn coin could hold hidden value, especially if it's a rare variety or error that has been overlooked for decades. And now for the moment that gets every collector's heart racing, a 1918 United States half dollar. In pristine mint state condition and displaying a rare double die obverse, was recently sold at auction for an astounding $200,000. Yes, you heard that right. What once was worth just 50 cents is now a treasure commanding six figures, thanks to rarity, condition, and undeniable historical importance. Third expensive coin. To dive into the fascinating world of one of the most intriguing coins from the modern era of U.S. coinage, the 1972 United States of America half-dollar coin. At first glance, this coin may look like just another Kennedy half-dollar, but don't be fooled. This coin holds secrets that could turn an ordinary pocket find into a stunning discovery worth thousands, and in some cases, even a life-changing amount. So grab your magnifying glass, sit back, and listen carefully, because this could be the coin that sparks your next big find. The 1972 half-dollar was struck at the Denver Mint and features the classic portrait of President John F. Kennedy on the obverse, a design that has become one of the most iconic symbols in American coinage. The reverse shows the presidential seal, with the majestic eagle clutching an olive branch and arrows, symbolizing both peace and strength. But beyond its symbolic beauty, this coin has become highly collectible, not just because of its design, but because of the unexpected errors and rare varieties that have made certain specimens extremely valuable, while millions of 1972 Kennedy half-dollars were produced, only a handful display exceptional minting errors that have caught the attention of serious collectors around the world. Among the most coveted are the double die obverse and double die reverse errors. These occur when the coin is struck with a misaligned die, causing noticeable doubling in the inscriptions, numbers, or other details. Look closely at the date 1972, the word Liberty, or even United States of America on the reverse, if you see any shadowing or repeated lines under magnification. You could be looking at one of these rare and valuable variations. Another remarkable error found on the 1972 half-dollar is the off-center strike. In these rare cases, the coin's design is visibly shifted, and part of the lettering or image may be cut off along the edge. The more dramatic the off-center error, the more desirable the coin becomes, especially if the date is still fully visible. These types of striking errors are not only highly collectible, but they are also one of a kind, making each coin truly unique. Collectors also hunt for examples struck on the wrong planchet, meaning the coin was accidentally struck on a blank intended for a different denomination. For example, a 1972 half-dollar mistakenly struck on a quarter planchet or foreign planchet creates an incredibly rare and mysterious coin that drives collectors wild at auction. These errors are extremely hard to find, but carry huge rewards for those lucky enough to uncover them. Let's not forget the importance of repunched mint marks or RPMs, which are often found on coins from the Denver Mint. A repunched mint mark will appear doubled or misaligned, and it's a subtle error that can dramatically increase the coin's value when professionally verified. These minor yet significant flaws remind us just how hands-on the minting process was during that era and why so many collectors love chasing after these rare variations. The condition of the coin plays a critical role in determining its value as well. A 1972 half-dollar that shows full detail, brilliant luster, and no signs of wear or contact marks can be classified as mint state by grading companies like PCGS or NGC. If your coin is graded MS65 or higher, and especially if it contains one of the rare errors we've discussed, it could fetch a major premium on the market. High-grade examples of this coin, especially with doubling or striking issues, are incredibly scarce and highly sought after. Recent auctions have proven just how strong the demand is for these special 1972 half-dollars. Collectors are paying top dollar for coins that combine rarity, condition, and error appeal. Several verified double dies and off-center strike coins from this year have sold for thousands of dollars, and the more dramatic the error and the better the condition, the higher the final hammer price. The market for Kennedy half dollars continues to grow, with investors and collectors alike recognizing the long-term value these coins bring. So now is the perfect time to go through your old coin jars, inherited collections, or even flea market finds, because you never know what could be hiding in plain sight. If you come across a 1972 D half dollar, examine it closely. Look at the date and mint mark under magnification. Inspect the edges and fields for signs of doubling, unusual strikes, or misalignment. And if you're lucky enough to spot something strange or different, don't hesitate to have it professionally graded. You could be holding a very rare and valuable piece of U.S. minting history. And here's the moment you've all been waiting for: a 1972 D Kennedy half dollar, featuring an extraordinary double die error and preserved in pristine mint condition, recently sold at auction for a jaw-dropping $150,000. That's right, what once cost just 50 cents now ranks among the most valuable coins of its time, thanks to rarity, condition, and growing demand from collectors around the globe. Especially, we're talking about the 1998 United States of America half-dollar coin, a modern gem from the Philadelphia Mint that has grown into one of the most exciting and talked about coins among serious numismatists and casual collectors alike. So listen closely, because what you're about to learn could change the way you look at your own coin collection forever. The 1998 half dollar features the familiar and powerful portrait of President John F. Kennedy on the obverse, a design that continues to symbolize American strength, resilience, and leadership. The reverse showcases the presidential seal, an eagle with outstretched wings holding arrows and an olive branch, radiating national pride. While this coin was minted for everyday use, the truth is that some rare varieties and mint errors have turned this modern half dollar into a true collector's treasure that's now commanding big premiums in the numismatic market. What makes the 1998 half dollar so thrilling for collectors isn't just its beautiful design or historical significance, it's the rare errors that were accidentally struck into a small number of coins during the minting process. One of the most desirable errors to watch for is the double die obverse, where the elements on the front of the coin, like the date, the words "Liberty," or the phrase "In God We Trust," appear to have been struck twice, creating a clear doubling effect. These coins are rare, and when the doubling is strong and the coin is in excellent condition, their value increases dramatically. Another highly collectible feature found on some 1998 half dollars is the off-center strike, where the entire design of the coin appears shifted or incomplete. This kind of minting error is not only striking to the eye but also rare and highly desirable, especially when the misalignment is dramatic and the date is still fully visible. These off-center coins often fetch high prices at auction because each one is truly unique, a one-of-a-kind error that tells a story from inside the U.S. Mint. Let's not forget the repunched mint mark error, known among collectors as RPM. On certain 1998 half dollars, the P mint mark may appear doubled or misaligned under magnification. This is a result of the mint mark being punched more than once during the die-making process. It's a subtle but important detail that turns a standard coin into a rare and collectible variety, especially when authenticated and graded by professional services. In addition to these classic errors, collectors should also be on the lookout for striking anomalies, such as coins struck through foreign objects, die cracks, or even coins struck on the wrong planchet. These errors are not just mistakes. They're numismatic treasures that give each coin a unique fingerprint and increase its value tremendously when verified. Now, let's talk about the role of condition and grading, which cannot be overstated when it comes to determining a coin's worth. A 1998 half dollar in uncirculated or mint state condition, especially one that has been graded MS65 or higher by services like PCGS or NGC, can already be worth several times its face value. Add in a major error like a double die or off-center strike, and that same coin could sell for thousands or even tens of thousands at auction. Coins that display full original luster, no contact marks, and sharp detail across the design are extremely rare, and collectors are constantly on the lookout for such high-grade examples. The coin market has recently seen a surge in interest for Kennedy half dollars from the 1990s, with the 1998 standing out due to the combination of quality strikes, low reported error rates, and the thrill of the hunt. Auction records show that high-grade error coins from this year have been commanding impressive bids, with collectors paying large premiums to secure coins that show both exceptional condition and rare characteristics. This is proof that even modern coins can hold significant value and even greater potential when preserved well or found with rare features. So, if you have a 1998 p-half dollar in your possession, or if you come across one while coin hunting, make sure you give it a closer inspection. Look carefully at the date and mint mark under magnification. Scan the coin for signs of doubling, off-center alignment, or other unusual characteristics, and don't hesitate to have it professionally graded if you suspect something special. What may seem like an ordinary coin could be a valuable rarity hiding in plain sight. And now, the most exciting part, a 1998 p United States half dollar, featuring a dramatic mint error and preserved in pristine mint state condition, was recently sold at a collector's auction for a breathtaking $60,000. That's right, what started as a simple 50-cent piece has transformed into a high-value collectible that's now making waves in the coin world. Last unique coin, we're diving deep into a truly fascinating piece of American numismatic history, the 1973 United States half-dollar coin. While many might see this coin as a common Kennedy half-dollar, there's so much more beneath the surface that has sparked excitement and high demand among collectors worldwide. Whether you're a seasoned numismatist or just starting your journey, listen closely because this coin offers an incredible story of rarity, stunning minting errors, and impressive value that could surprise you. The 1973 half-dollar carries the classic profile of President John F. Kennedy on the obverse, a symbol that continues to capture the spirit of American resilience and leadership. The reverse features the presidential seal with the soaring eagle, olive branch, and arrows, embodying strength and peace. Yet beyond its iconic design, this coin stands out for its rare minting anomalies and varieties that have transformed ordinary pieces into sought-after collector's gems. From subtle double dies to striking off-center errors, the 1973 half-dollar holds a unique appeal that sets it apart in the Kennedy series. One of the key features driving the desirability of this coin is the presence of double die errors, especially on the obverse. This occurs when the coin is struck twice with slight misalignment, causing the lettering, numbers, or other design elements like Liberty or the date 1973 to appear doubled. These double dies are not just visual curiosities, they're prized by collectors because they reflect a fascinating moment in the minting process that few coins share. If you carefully examine your 1973 half-dollar under magnification and notice any doubling effects, you may have stumbled upon a rare and valuable variety, but the intrigue doesn't stop there. The 1973 half-dollar is also known for off-center strikes, where the design is noticeably shifted from the center, causing part of the image or lettering to be cut off. These off-center coins are dramatic and eye-catching, and their rarity only increases their appeal and market value. The larger the off-center strike, the more collectors are willing to pay because each of these coins is one of a kind, telling a story of the mint's production process in a way that perfectly struck coins never can. Another remarkable feature to watch for is the repunched mint mark, RPM, particularly on coins from the Denver Mint, though it can appear on other mint marks as well. An RPM happens when the mint mark is stamped more than once, resulting in a doubled or blurry D or S under close inspection. This subtle but fascinating error adds another layer of rarity and collectible value, especially when certified by reputable grading services. Condition plays a crucial role in this coin's value story. A 1973 half-dollar that boasts full luster, sharp details, and minimal wear, typically graded MS65 or higher by top-tier graders like PCGS or NGC, can command a premium. When these pristine examples also display one or more of the rare error types mentioned, their market demand skyrockets, drawing intense bidding wars among collectors and investors alike. High-grade, error-bearing 1973 half-dollars are simply gems that few collectors get the chance to add to their collections. Recent auctions have highlighted the soaring interest in this coin. Verified examples with double dies, off-center strikes, or repunched mint marks have brought in astonishing sums, reflecting a robust market eager to own these pieces of history. The strong performance at auctions confirms that this isn't just a collectible, it's an investment in a unique and increasingly rare numismatic treasure. So, if you're fortunate enough to come across a 1973 half dollar, take a close look at the details. Use a magnifier to check for doubling on the date, mint mark, or lettering. Inspect the coin's centering and look for any off-center strikes or unusual markings that could signal an error coin. And if you believe you've discovered something special, getting it professionally graded is the best way to unlock its full potential value. Now for the exciting part, the 1973 United States half-dollar coin, especially those featuring remarkable double die errors or significant off-center strikes, has been known to sell at auction for an incredible $90,000. This impressive figure showcases how much collectors value the rarity, condition, and unique story behind these coins. If you've ever found a 1973 half dollar in your collection or think you've spotted an error, drop a comment below. Share your experiences, ask questions, and become part of a passionate community of collectors who love uncovering the hidden gems in American coinage. Don't forget to like this video, subscribe for more fascinating coin stories, and hit the notification bell so you never miss an update. Thanks for watching and happy collecting!